Dead or alive. They can sleep standing up. That's like a special power. That's a super special power. Whoa.
What now?
Yeah. What's up? Why is everybody hanging out here? Is this where the party's at? They're sitting in a semicircle. They're all smoking something.
Bloody hell.
How come I wasn't invited to the party? We should have been invited to the party. Oh, he's taking a piss. Naruto finger spell.
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Moril would delight in a day like this, Saharan. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try. I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let other Shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafail.
Vafail. That doesn't sound good. Whoa, why is it spinning like that?
Are you Cedric?
Who asks?
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And?
Triss Marigold.
Lovely scent, Triss.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
Let's see here. I'm looking for some witches'
I need
work.
to make a few orens. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells.
Wow.
The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercey locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their families.
No harm in trying. I'm looking to hunt in this area, and I could use some advice.
I'm no witcher. I set traps, snares, try to keep neckers away from Lobindon, that's all.
I'm aiming a little higher than Neckar's.
The old man? Meaning the Karen? Finally, Loredo's splurged. Listen, I'm not one to teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
What the hell does that mean?
You witches know your work. But if you pay me, I can prepare a useful trap.
What kind of trap?
Puncturing trap, immobilizing trap, even decoys to pull monsters into an ambush. Whatever you like. Since I can easily finish off an ensnared Necker, it should be child's play for you.
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone, and neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times, I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans?
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that now.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
I aim to kill the Karen. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain.
Tributaries.
Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric.
Oh, is that Triss? What's she doing up here?
I wonder what's left of that wreck Cedric mentioned.
If the Karen attacked the boat, it's not likely to be much. We're looking for traces of the beast, not boats.
Footprints.
See those footprints?
Yeah, strange place for an evening walk.
Unless you're looking for adventure.
I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
A ram stuffed with sulfur and a dead cobbler. Straight out of Eastern legends. Not good enough for the Karen, though.
What did he say?
What?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
Leave your weapon here.
Guard it with care. It's very valuable.
Very valuable indeed.
I need to talk to the Commandant too.
You going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a runt. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
Do not respect my authority. Respect it.
These cunts Loredo couldn't protect the port from a drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorvith.
He's succeeded so far, Roach.
A ballista. The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened
No.
with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant.
Your old
We
king.
need to damage it if we don't want to be at Loredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rabble again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Loredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
To think these
You know this
drunkards
one?
protect people from the
Slipping
Scoia'tael.
down the path.
Peasants in
Plough 'em all,
uniforms.
plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough 'em all, plough 'em all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum.
Oh my goodness.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Sniffing around like dogs in a rubbish dump.
God, don't they know they just sound
Sniffing
like
around dogs
frickin'
in a rubbish dump.
rednecks?
Along came a dwarf.
How do I talk to you? I want to talk to the pretty one. This is the first pretty one we've seen. All the other ones, she looks a lot like Triss. I mean, she's a little dirty.
Tend to the ballista, Geralt.
No passage.
Okie dokie.
You've had your
What's
song.
back there? Now I need to know.
Real diversion.
Loredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back.
Sheila?
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
Sheila, that's not how you spell Sheila.
Yes?
Got any ideas on how to get rid of that guard?
The guard by the ballista.
I have my ways. But you wanted to do it alone, so go talk to the buffoon.
Okie dokie.
Do we wait until the honorable lady is done with the venerable hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
My apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
What do you want?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
Really?
An offer. Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
Not
You
at
suspect
all.
right.
Do you know about the monster in the river?
Yes. Well, we want to know some things about it.
What monster?
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus, I presume that
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
our honored host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast in question.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Loredo keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travelers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely.
I saw Loredo's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
Why? We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck.
Why?
I'll distract the guard. You sneak behind the house.
Brilliant as ever.
You've had your song. Care for some real.
Good day.
Good day.
Soldier,
You know this
report
one.
to me immediately.
Little elf was skipping down the path. Plough 'em all. Along came a dwarf.
I better not get that song stuck in my head. Am I still being sneaky? What was that about? That's not what I wanted to do, is it?
You forget who you're dealing with, Commandant.
You must think me an idiot.
I cannot help myself. You take guardsmen off the streets to guard carpets, fabrics, and spices pilfered from merchants. Do you have any grasp of the responsibility that rests with you?
Don't teach an old man to piss, sorceress. I've ruled Flotsam for years.
Flotsam is ruled by a fear of Yorveth. That fear rules even you.
I've made my demands perfectly clear.
Like a crying babe deprived of its rattle. In time, Commandant, they'll hang you by the neck from a roadside tree like a regular bandit. And rightly so, for you're no better.
Your time will come too, sorceress. They'll pile kindling at your feet.
Enough. Fear has confused you. Think over what I said and give your answer before it's too late.
Oh, I have no idea what that was about, though. It made no sense to me. Iron frame, astragus armor. I think that was a piece of it. They don't see me.
Don't you traipse around here.
Find a way to distract the ballista guard. How do I get her
Sniffing around like dogs.
to go talk to him?
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
Go talk to him. Go talk to him for me.
Know this one. A little
You've had your song.
That
Care
one
for
struts
some
about
real
as if he
dive.
Why won't she let me talk? Oh, I haven't talked to this one yet.
What
Margarita.
do you mean, ugly?
I want to surprise my ugly.
Ugly.
Well, you ain't exactly handsome.
But
I wouldn't worry. Women prefer ugly men to groomed dandies.
Oh, really?
You're ugly something mighty. Care for a romp?
can't just now. But I'll find you later in town. What's your name?
Margarita.
Margarita.
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance as I say it, I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
What would you have me do?
You know.
Just go with your specialty.
All right, it'll be my standard rate.
Draw him away from the ballista while you're at it.
Slap me hard and call me stupid. Trying to put one by me? That'll cost you more.
How's that?
Surcharge on special requests. Those are the rules.
Special request. Any other way I could convince you?
Favor?
You've helped me already. Humiliating Myron and Alphonse. That was something. Thank you.
The pleasure.
Did I?
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add Plough into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant's provided it all.
True. Come
Care
here,
for a
lass.
little diversion,
Your uncle's got a
brave
story for you.
I'm on duty.
So long as he can afford to
come
tell it.
on. Your
I'll not lend
comrades
an
are
ear
well
for
at it
less
having
than
their
10
fun.
orams.
Why should you be any worse?
You're right. Let's go.
Let's go. For a good plowing. Give me 3.5 minutes. Maybe 4. That's where they're gonna go?
Don't you traipse around here. It's like that you could conquer ultimate.
Oh, she was on her knees. I want to know what you did. Tell me what your specialty is.
Didn't like him from the start.
Loredo's storing valuable gifts from the merchants right here. He may be expecting Yorvith to attack. I overheard the Commandant talking to Sheila. I couldn't pinpoint the topic of their conversation, but it seems to me he's angling for something.
We'll see what he has to say.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
Go in. They await you.
Where are we to go? I'd hardly call this a hut.
You, you, sir, cannot enter. We've been ordered to let in the Witcher, but no one else.
Son of a bitch! Fine. He wants to play hard, we'll play hard.
I don't want any trouble. I'll call for support.
No need. Tell Loredo I got the message.
See you, Roach.
They don't like roaches in there. You attract other roaches.
Here to see the Commandant.
We have business to discuss.
Good luck. He's in a foul mood.
Why?
We'll talk another time, and definitely elsewhere.
Finally!
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. Unfortunate. Though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here. And the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Loredo then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
Let's see, why don't
What
you
about
trust
Vernon
Roach?
Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think later. And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Loredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war. And you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
I'm gonna do my best, though.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? The smiths, peddlers, and hunters? They eat with you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when Yorveth sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do.
They choose Flotsam, treat them better, and they'll show you loyalty.
I'm surprised they haven't turned on you already.
How so?
The town guards treat non-humans like shit. Frankly, I don't know what keeps them here.
I'll tell you what, Geralt. The hunger they'd face in the forest. But I grant you, those acts of, insubordination need to be stopped. Soldiers are simple men. When you see your mate die, a Scoia'tael arrow in his throat, it's hard to look favourably at the elf who sells your wife coloured kerchiefs. You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going.
Yorveth's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I've an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What do you want me to do?
As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarves will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
How can Zoltan help if he can't go outside the walls?
Step by step, Geralt. That's how you build trust. You could start by tending to a problem we have. A beast. The Kairin has blocked all boat traffic. I'm losing tolls. That is, the trading post is losing revenue. Kill the Kairin and I'll declare your friends acquitted of their crimes. Then Zoltan can take you to see Yorveth.
I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. That's actually a really good... because we all have our prejudices that, you know, have been ingrained in us through the years, and that's a really good, like, as long as you don't act on them, as long as you can keep them in control, God, this game makes you think. There must be a reward on Yorveth's head. What's it up to these days? It's a deal.
I'm a witcher. I don't work for free.
Of course you don't. Help us capture the Scoia'tael commander, and you'll be rewarded generously. Straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
Now you stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.
Good to know. But now, who's this guy that was standing there watching us this whole time? I want to talk to you. They won't let me talk to you, huh?
Any news for me, Witcher?
You've got a heap of soldiers for such a...
Bandits swarm to trading routes like flies to shit. Only troops can guarantee some order here. We're the last Temerian outpost in this area, and we'll not give in to a bunch of elves.
I guess you're finding it hard to get rid of Yorveth.
He's stubborn, it's true, but he's met his match. And I'm not about to leave Flotsam to the same fate as the other towns and villages the Scoia'tael have burnt to the ground. The citizens of Flotsam owe the elves nothing. They built their homes and workshops with their own hands in the wilderness, not on the ruins of an elven town. If need be, we'll remind the Longears where they belong.
Alright, now, who is this? I want to talk to you. You won't talk to me, eh? You won't talk to me, eh? Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Apparently.